What if the greatest cars Germany builds are not the ones chasing trends, but the ones refusing to change who they are? What if performance, luxury, and engineering mastery don't come from reinvention, but from absolute confidence in identity? Stay with us until the end, because this list reshuffles expectations, challenges assumptions, and proves why German engineering still sets the global benchmark. And if you enjoy deep, cinematic breakdowns of cars that are built with purpose, subscribe now. It's the best way to support content that values driving emotion over hype. Number 5. 2026 BMW 7 Series. The quiet power of absolute control. Let's start with a car many people underestimate. The 2026 BMW 7 Series. This is not a sports car. It is not a supercar. And yet, it may be the most powerful statement on this list. Because power isn't always about speed. Sometimes it's about command. When a 7 Series arrives, the room reacts. The massive kidney grille doesn't ask for approval. It demands attention. The proportions are deliberate. Long confident, unapologetic. Step inside and the outside world fades. This is not a cabin, it's a sanctuary. Leather that feels softer than silence. Ambient lighting that adjusts to your mood. Rear seats that don't just recline, they rule. Heated, ventilated, massaging. These aren't seats, they're thrones. This is where executives make decisions, where power moves quietly, where arrival matters more than acceleration. But here's where BMW surprises you. Slide behind the wheel, because BMW never forgot how to drive. The twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 in the 760i produces 536 horsepower, launching this luxury fortress to 60 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds. That's faster than sports cars from not long ago. Wrapped in comfort thick enough to silence chaos. The technology feels borderline futuristic. Curved digital displays, augmented reality heads-up projection, are not an iDrive system that anticipates your needs before you voice them. And the ride, it doesn't glide, it floats. Adaptive air suspension reads the road ahead, smoothing imperfections before you even reach them. At highway speeds, it's quieter than most bedrooms. The 7 Series doesn't thrill you, it elevates you, and that's why it earns its place on this list. Number 4. 2026 Porsche 911 Carrera. Evolution without apology. Now let us talk about a legend that refuses to compromise. The 2026 Porsche 911 Carrera. There is something almost mythical about the 911. While other sports cars chase reinvention, the 911 does something far more difficult. It evolves without losing itself. For over 60 years, Porsche has walked this razor-thin line. And somehow, every generation feels familiar, yet new. Under that iconic sloping rear sits a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter flat-six, producing 379 horsepower. Yes, there are faster cars, but the 911 has never been about numbers alone. It's about how the car makes you feel. 0 to 60 arrives in 3.9 seconds with the PDK transmission. But it's the delivery that matters. The mechanical symphony, the turbo breath, the flat-six climbing toward its red line, the lightning-quick shifts. Every input feels alive. The handling is pure Porsche magic. Decades of engineering have perfected the rear-engine layout. Steering feels telepathic. The balance feels supernatural. That rear end loads up perfectly, giving you grip when you need it and adjustability when you want it. And here's the part people forget. You can drive it every day. Comfortable seats, usable cargo space, technology that works, build quality that lasts. Park a classic 911 next to this 2026 model and the lineage is undeniable. The wide stance, the LED lighting, the active aerodynamics. It's a masterclass in respecting heritage while embracing the future. The 911 Carrera is not trying to impress you. It's reminding you why driving matters. Number 3. 2026 Audi R8. The last V10 standing. This one is bittersweet, because the 2026 Audi R8 may be the end of something irreplaceable. In a world racing toward electrification, Audi holds the line with a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 mounted behind your head. Let that sink in. With 562 horsepower in standard form and 602 in the performance variant, the numbers impress, but the sound defines it. From a low burble to a full mechanical scream at 8,700 revolutions per minute, the R8 does not just make noise. Performs. 0 to 60 takes 3.1 seconds. Top speed exceeds 200 miles per hour. Hypercar numbers from a car you can actually live with. That's always been the R8's secret weapon. It's a supercar without the attitude. Sharp, angular lines, iconic side blades, a stance that looks ready to pounce. Inside, Audi's refinement takes over. Virtual cockpit, premium materials, surprisingly good visibility for a mid-engine car. And then you drive it. Quattro all-wheel drive gives you confidence everywhere. Then, no problem. Tight corners? Grip for days. Magnetic ride suspension reads the road in milliseconds. The steering is precise. The brakes are phenomenal. The balance is addictive. What makes this R8 emotional is knowing this may be the final naturally aspirated Audi supercar. Every tunnel becomes a concert hall. Every drive becomes a celebration. This is not just number 3. It's a farewell letter written in aluminum, carbon fiber, and sound. If you're enjoying this breakdown so far and want more cinematic, honest automotive storytelling, take a second to subscribe. It helps keep content like this alive, and more importantly, it keeps driving passion at the center of the conversation. Number 2, 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S. Physics optional. Now things get unreal. The 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S should not exist. Yet here it is. 640 horsepower, 590 lb-ft of torque. 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. That's not fast. That's violent. The twin-turbo 3.8-liter flat-six does not deliver power. It detonates it. Around 3,000 revolutions per minute, the world compresses. Time distorts. Your body reacts before your brain does. But what makes the Turbo S terrifying is not just acceleration. It's control. The all-wheel drive system does not react. It predicts. Active aerodynamics adjust in real time. At 190 miles per hour, this car feels as stable as it does at 19. Carbon ceramic brakes erase speed like it never happened. And here's the insanity. You can daily drive it. The cabin is quiet. The suspension is compliant. You can cruise comfortably until you decide not to. The Turbo S is the ultimate contradiction. A civilized monster, a daily hypercar, a physics lesson with license plates. At number 2, it represents the absolute peak of usable performance. Germany's greatest machines, the crown, the reckoning, and the future. If speed can be engineered, luxury can be purchased, and technology can be copied, then what truly separates the greatest cars from the rest? Is it numbers? Is it prestige? Or is it the feeling that lingers long after the engine shuts off? This is where the list reaches its turning point. And before we go any further, take a moment to subscribe. It's how this channel keeps choosing depth over noise. Now, let us continue. Number 1, 2026 BMW M9. When Germany stops competing and starts declaring. This is not a sports car. This is not a supercar. This is BMW crossing a line it's been staring at for decades. The 2026 BMW M9. For years, BMW dominated the conversation around driving feel, balance, and engagement. But there was always a ceiling, a space occupied by Ferrari, Lamborghini, and McLaren. The M9 exists to erase that ceiling. This is BMW saying, we're not joining the hypercar conversation, we're rewriting the grammar. Powertrain violence, intelligence, and control. At the heart of the M9 is a plug-in hybrid system that does not apologize for existing. A twin-turbocharged V8, fused with electric motors, producing over 850 horsepower, with credible whispers pushing that figure closer to 900 plus. This is not electrification for efficiency. This is electrification for domination. The electric motors do not replace emotion. They amplify it. Instant torque slams you into the seat before the V8 even clears its throat. Then the combustion engine takes over, roaring with proper mechanical fury. 0 to 60 happens in 2.3 seconds. Not quick, not fast, absurd, and yet controlled. Design BMW without apology. The M9 does not try to look Italian. It does not chase elegance. It looks German. Aggressive kidney grills that feel structural rather than decorative. Laser-sharp LED headlights that cut instead of glow. A stance so wide and planted it looks carved from a single block of intent. This is not beauty through softness. This is beauty through precision. Active aerodynamics deploy at speed. Wings adjust. Air channels through optimized underbody tunnels. Every vent exists for a reason. Nothing is decorative. Everything performs. Interior the future, built for a driver. Step inside, and the M9 does not overwhelm you. It arms you. A curved digital instrument panel wraps across your vision, delivering telemetry, performance data, and system feedback in real time. This is not infotainment, it's a command center. Premium leather, carbon fiber, Alcantara where your hands actually touch. The seats are not luxurious first. They're functional first. Bolstered tightly enough to hold you when G-forces climb into uncomfortable territory, yet refined enough to survive long drives. This is BMW luxury sharpened. Intelligence, the new definition of performance. What truly separates the M9 is its intelligence. This car does not just react. It learns. AI-assisted systems analyze your driving style. Adaptive suspension reads the road ahead and adjusts before you arrive. Performance telemetry tracks tire temperatures, braking behavior, power delivery, and cornering loads. The M9 does not just give you speed. It teaches you how to use it. This is not a car you conquer. It's a car you collaborate with. Handling making the impossible feel natural. On paper, the M9 should not feel agile. In reality, it feels surgical. All-wheel drive ensures power actually reaches the pavement. Rear-wheel steering tightens corner entry. Adaptive suspension transforms the car depending on mode. Comfort mode? It glides. Sport or track? It becomes a weapon. Carbon ceramic brakes deliver stopping power that matches the acceleration. The steering is telepathic. You think it, the car executes it. This is not BMW experimenting. This is BMW arriving. Accessibility, the final shock. Here's the twist. Despite being a hypercar, the M9 is approachable. BMW did not build this as a museum piece. It was built to be driven. Daily if you want, hard if you dare. Limited production, rumored under 2,000 units worldwide, keeps it exclusive. Pricing estimated between $250,000 and $280,000 places it firmly in elite territory. But unlike some hypercars, it wants to be used. This is BMW's halo car. Their proof. Their mic drop. Why the order changed and why it matters. You might be asking, why is not the Turbo S #1? Why is not the 911 the crown? Why does a luxury sedan even appear on this list? Because greatness is not one-dimensional. The Turbo S is perfection through performance. The 911 Carrera is purity through evolution. The R8 is emotion through sound. The 7 Series is power through presence. But the M9? The M9 is ambition made real. It represents where German engineering is going, not where it's been. The emotional divide heart versus mind. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Some cars make your heart race. Others make your mind nod in respect. Only a few manage both. The M9 does not beg for love. It demands understanding. And once you understand what BMW has built here, you realize this is not just a car. It's a declaration. The bigger picture Germany's automotive identity. What this list proves is not that Germany builds the fastest cars. It proves Germany builds cars with intent. Each machine here exists because someone believed in a philosophy strongly enough to defend it against trends. The 911 refused reinvention. The R8 refused silence. The Turbo S refused limits. The 7 Series refused compromise. The M9 refused restraint. That's not coincidence. That's culture. So now the real question becomes, which one would you choose if numbers did not matter? If trends did not matter? If only the feeling did? Would you take the timeless balance of the 911? The emotional farewell of the R8? The daily insanity of the Turbo S? The quiet authority of the 7 Series? Or the future-defining ambition of the M9? Let us know. And if you want more lists like this, subscribe. Because as long as driving still matters, these stories deserve to be told.